idea, and I'll share one more project that I work with, is a lot of times in business now, I'm going to the other side of my passion, which is, again, on the volunteering side. So I mentioned that it's very important that you all think about joining a student organization or thinking about how to get really involved in campus. The other side that I want to just kind of hopefully light a light bulb is to think about how you can volunteer, how you can really impact the community. That doesn't mean that you have to work with me on the Business Improvement District or any other project, but maybe there's something near and dear to your heart. Maybe a family member or somebody you know has been through some sort of ailment or disease, and you decide to walk in the breast cancer walk or walk in the AIDS walk or what have you. But again, when you're looking to get into your field or your respective field, whatever that may be, these are the type of things that differentiate you from your counterparts and your peers. And obviously, there's a saying that when you give, sometimes you receive. I wholeheartedly believe that. So as a result, the reason why I was able to get the Crystal Towers project was because I was on the board of this organization called Ifetai Cultural Arts Facility. That was the very first board that I served. So the executive director was looking for a new building. There was a broker looking to help her in that particular project and wanted to introduce some good people here in Brooklyn for real estate. Well, the executive director made the introduction to that particular broker. Fast forward 2 years later, that broker now stands to get a commission of about 4% on a couple $1 million, right? Just because I served on the board, I was put in a position of leadership and networked, and now the direct benefit of that is the Crystal Towers project, which is the $40 million project. So you see how, like, one of my favorite words is a word called serendipity. Anybody ever heard that word or know what it means? Okay, go for it.
It's when something good happens when you're also doing something good, like an accident, a happy accident, basically.
Absolutely. So again, the serendipity of that will be that I met the executive director, who in turn introduced me to the broker, who in turn introduced me to a nonprofit, which then became my partner. So what I implore again is that by volunteering, by joining a student organization, it allows serendipity to happen in your life, right? Does anybody know what the definition of luck is? Ever heard this one? No, I got tons of these things in my head, right? Luck, go for it.
When preparedness meets opportunity.
Absolutely. You guys got that? Say that one more time for me.
When preparedness meets opportunity.
So people will say to me, wow, my nickname is KJ, right? Kevin Johnson. KJ, you're lucky. You got to work with Jay-Z. You got to work with Whitney Houston. You got to, build this project. You get to cheer the board of the bid. But the reason is, I'm lucky, yes, but I was very much prepared for that opportunity. So when the opportunity came my way, I had read the book, I had networked, I had done my quote-unquote, no pun intended, my homework, right? I know homework seems very mundane or projects or what have you. And I want to teach you another thing while all this is kind of flowing in my mind. You know how I was able to get A's in college? You ready? A couple of different things, right? One, I always sat in the front row. I know not possibly everyone always sit in the front row, but I always sat in the front row. I always raised my hand. Whenever I got a C on a paper or anything like that, guess what I did? You see those office hours that Professor Manlow has or Veronica has? I was there at the office. Hey, how you doing, Professor? How are you? You need help? Oh, man, I got a C and I was disappointed. And, I think I can do better. Can I do some extra credit? Sure you can. So by the time that curve came at the end of the semester, what turned from a C was always an A. So my C turned into a B. B was always an A. Because I participated and they knew I was active on campus. So if you're writing a letter to the dean, if you're participating in Professor Manlow's, sorry Veronica, it's hard for me to say that, but if you're participating, again, it has a lot of value, right? So I'm going to share you all my little tidbits and secrets while they come to me, right? And I'll share with you one other project, one other project in a short video, and then try to open it up for some more discussion. So this is another nonprofit that I chair the board. It's called MOCADA, and it stands for the Museum of Contemporary African Diasporic Arts. And again, I'm very passionate about this particular organization. And I'll just share with you the project. We have tons of programs. Again, I'm not going to bore you guys with all of the public programs that we do. But what I'm truly excited about is we're getting ready to embark upon a capital campaign. So basically, we're located in the Fort Greene Cultural District. And right now, what we're getting ready to do is work on building a new project. So this is a new building that's in the actual BAM Cultural District that's happening right now. And what we're looking to do actually is build this building right on the corner lot of where BAM is, off Atlantic. So some of you who know the area, there's a vacant lot there. try to go back and show you the lot, what's there right now. This is the Williamsburg building, and that's the vacant lot that we're in contract to purchase. And now this is the project that we're gonna build. And as you guys see, we modeled it after a museum, I think it's called the New Museum on the Bowery. We kind of modeled it after that particular project. And it's gonna be able to, you know, project images onto the facade of the building. It's about an $11 million project. We've probably currently raised maybe $5.6 million from city, state funds, and we'll probably be starting a capital campaign on this project in the next probably year or so. So again, let me come out of this a little bit. Again, the reason why I share that again is, as an entrepreneur, what I found is that it's very difficult for me to get trained by other people, because even if I wanted to say hire someone potentially with an MBA or a PhD, a lot of times I couldn't afford it on my payroll. But what I found is when I've served on nonprofit boards, now I'm in the room with 10 or 12 other dynamic individuals who may be the president of this bank, or maybe a consultant of this consulting firm. So while we're all in the room looking at how we help the nonprofit solve their problems, I'm sharpening my own skill sets. I'm sharpening my own communication skills. I'm sharpening my own writing skills. I'm sharpening all of my skill sets. And of course, at the same time, I'm networking. So when opportunity comes about, now all of a sudden, I'm at the top of their phones and they call me for that opportunity. So again, there's a reason and method to my madness of why I'm kind of going so hard about you guys volunteering. Trust me, and when you do give, you will receive, right? Just the law of reciprocity. And the last thing I want to share with you guys, and then I want to kind of open up for some hopefully questions and answers, is a video by this gentleman named Art Williams.